Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Nathaniel Lowe is heading to Washington from the Texas Rangers. This move kind of set off a chain reaction. Try to catch you guys up quickly. Rangers trade Lowe. Rangers get Jock Peterson, and you know, outside of that, many more other moves happened this weekend.
Yep.
So we're a little late here. This happened on Saturday,
Yep.
or was it yesterday?
Yep. Yesterday.
Um, and yeah, but it's going to be a good move here for the Nats. We'll get into it in a second. But what was your initial reaction to Lau going to the Nats?
Yeah, I really like this Nats core. There's a lot to be excited for if you're a Nats fan. Obviously, you win the World Series in 2019. Um, you let go Rendon in free agency. And obviously, the big one was the Juan Soto trade that kind of kicked the rebuild in motion here. So yeah, this is a young team. Now you had a guy that can hit you 20 plus homers out of that first base spot in that lineup, and yeah, I mean they didn't really give up much too. So yeah, there's a lot to love, and um, they are getting the first overall pick. So yeah, they won the draft lottery, and they already are stacked offensively. So yeah, it's been a pretty good offseason for the Nationals for sure.
Yeah, we'll get into the rest of that depth chart in a second. Also, that Juan Soto trade. We'll go back in time for a second. But before we
Yep.
do that, let's go look at how Nathaniel Lau compares to Juan Yepes, Joey Gallo, and Joey Meneses, who were the three main options at first base for the Nats a year ago. Um, yeah, so they're getting Nathaniel Lau in the platoon of Yepes and Gallo. They hit 16 combined homers. Lau hit 16 homers himself. Obviously, he's going to be a better defender than all three of these guys.
Yep.
OPS plus was 120. Juan Yepes now becomes more of a bench bat, potentially some DH opportunity somewhere in there. Joey Gallo, I hate to say it, it might be the end of the road for this guy. I mean, batted
Yeah.
161 last year. He's never been the guy to hit for average, but I mean that homer production was down. So
Yeah.
um, overall, they're getting a guy it's been consistent over the past 3 seasons. He's going to be he was close to a 3-win player last year. They're just getting deeper. He has term, if I remember right. So we'll check that out in a second here. But like you said, going back to that Juan Soto trade, uh, to add Nathaniel Lowe with guys that they've already acquired here in Mackenzie Gore, C.J. Abrams, James Wood, and then obviously Robert Hassel. A little bit of time, you know, and Susanna hasn't really got much time either. But
Yeah.
um, it's a good start. It's a good start. They're going to be really good in like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we go over this depth chart, they do have Nathaniel Lau batting fourth. Dylan Cruz, he's going to be exciting.
Yep.
But yeah, this the Nationals are going to have a very, very bright future.
Yep. Like James Wood is a guy that excites me the most. I mean, like obviously CJ Abrams kind of broke out the last couple of years. He stole 40 plus bags 2023, but I think James Wood is the guy there that could really jump off the page and have a breakout season this year. Obviously we just touched on that. He's a big part of that. It's interesting they got him as a DH. That's it's a little interesting, but yeah,
They're an athletic team. I mean,
there's
they're
definitely a lot to like. They're going to steal a lot of bags. They're going to do a lot of hit and runs. Yeah, but they're going to be chaos on the bases, and
yeah. It
they're
looks
cheap.
like
Yeah,
Nathaniel Lau is projected to make 10.7 this year,
yeah,
but still does have another year. So they're getting 2 years out of him. But yeah, look at all this. I mean, they are set up for a while. Um,
yeah. And now
I
you
mean,
potentially adding Ethan Holiday to that core now too. It's like, oh god.
they have 130 million to play with. I mean, you would think that they would go and get. You don't want to clog this. I think that's what they're kind of battling is they don't want to clog this up for those young players. They want them to
Right.
get up, play, learn. Um, but man, I don't know. Who do you think if you had to go get a free agent? what player makes sense for this core to kind of guide, I guess you should say, these young players.
Might sound crazy. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next year.
I don't think that's crazy at all. I
Would
mean, he
that
fits
be? I
the
feel like
timeline.
that would fit the timeline. Vlad's only be going to his age 27 season into his prime. If they wanted to throw a bag at somebody, I think that would be the guy to go out and get. Would be a guy like Vlad. If you're the Nationals and kind of he can be the face of that franchise while you kind of let these young kids um kind of grow into their own. Yeah, like if they can go out and get a guy, I think Vlad would be the guy to target for sure.
Yeah, I think if we're looking this year only, just making a little bit more, looking at just 2025,
Yeah.
uh, I don't know that he would go here, but Alex Bregman, I feel like feels really, really good with this team. Has won multiple championships, knows how to win. He's a competitor. You plug him in and he becomes the leader of this young core and teaches and grows these guys out. I don't know. That's the first name that came to mind with the guys that are still available. Obviously, you can just go get some vet pieces that will
Yeah.
kind of aid that, but to go get an impact type player with the amount of money that they have available to them, um, that's who comes to mind. But they're gonna be fun. They're gonna be
No,
fun in a couple of years.
really fun. Yeah. And they actually they signed Michael Soroka a few days ago too. So that was that 1 year deal. So just some more depth. Obviously, Gore kind of figured it out last year and Josiah Gray at TJ, I believe. So yeah, there is a lot to like. It's an exciting time to be a Nats fan, and this team is definitely going to be fun to watch. I myself, because I cheer for the Blue Jays, and I'm not going to watch many Jays games this year. I might turn on some national games this year because they're going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, well, we don't want to go on about how the Blue Jays suck right now, but
No,
uh, yeah, I mean this it's gonna be fun. But yeah, I think it's gonna do it for this one. Um, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. As always, we appreciate you guys for listening and watching. Yeah, and that'll do it for this one. Later.